Namaskar. I've been asked by Devdi sir to speak on yoga or yoga on the International Yoga Day. So I will try my best to share my experiences and whatever has been my learning and practices for last 5-6 years in the field of yoga. So I would like to start with one thing that whatever we see in yoga, that is called yoga asana. That is not yoga, because yoga philosophy is very wide. It is just a part of that entire philosophy. So I would like to start with what is yoga or what is yoga. So yoga is in English and in Hindi it is yoga. So if I say in literary meaning in simpler form, yoga means plus. तो हिंदी में योग is equal to plus. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. But in spiritually, we say 1 plus 1 is not 2. 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. So the simplest of example, if I would like to take over here is, so this is my one hand and this is my one hand, and when they come together, it becomes yoga. They are coming together, but it is becoming one, and that is namaste. So it is yoga. Another simplest of example, if I wish to take, is when working lady, a working female, when she come back to her house in the evening at 5 or 6 or 7 in the evening, and when she meets her boy, daughter or son, and that is a moment, that those seconds where these two entities are not thinking anything. They have only one thing, that there is my mother, and mother is saying there is my son or daughter. That is a state of yoga. So yoga is not an action. Yoga is just a state where I need to reach. Once I reach to the state of yoga, I am into anandam, I am into bliss. So if we see the dictionary, we will not find the opposite of anandam and bliss. Why? Because it is, ये प्रकाष्ठा है happiness की. So happiness and joy requires object. Anandam, yoga or bliss doesn't require an objective, any object to be happy. It is just that I am happy. So how I can reach the state of yoga or yoga? So we have three entities. First is our body, second is the mind, and third is our soul. So all these three entity within us require some effort from us to reach to that state of yoga. See, there are few things which doesn't require any effort. Those are things which is pleasure, and the things which require some effort, that is a bit of pain, but in long run it will convert to the pleasure. So I would like to start with body first. So for body, it has been said, body is, we keep our body fit by exercise, by yoga asana. The difference between the other kind of exercises and the yoga asana is that we align our body and breath together. So body is our temple, body is something which we see externally. Breath is something which activates the entire organs internally. So generally we do not breathe with awareness, and why we need to breathe with awareness? Because our internal organs also require some exercise. So when we breathe with awareness, our internal organs also get massage, they also get exercised. So what has been said by in scriptures about yoga asana or exercise, that is said, Vayamad labate swastha dirghayusya balam sukham, means Vayamad. What are the benefits of exercise? Right exercise, labate, benefits, swasthya. Number 1 is health. Number 2, dirghayusya, means long life. Balam, strength. Sukham, happiness. So what do I get through Vyamad, through yoga asana is, number 1 is my health, that is my immunity, which is the most happening word right now in the entire world. Whoever is immune, he will survive, and whoever is not immune, he will not survive. Immunity doesn't mean my muscles, immunity doesn't mean how thin I am. Immunity means how externally and internally I am fit, how physically, mentally and emotionally I am fit. So yoga asana, since they work on the body and through the breath, so it helps us to remain healthy, it helps us to get a long life, it helps us to get balam, that is strength, and sukham, happiness. And further this shloka says, arogyam param bhagyam. The being healthy is the biggest thing what we get in this life, because swasthya sarva sadhanam. I have all the resources, but if I don't have health, I won't be able to achieve anything. So swasthya sarva sadhanam. Health is mean for everything. I don't have any resource, but if I have health on my side, I will be able to achieve anything in this world. But if I don't have health on my side and I have all the resources, I will not be able to achieve. So what I achieve through the healthy body, through Vyayam, through exercise, through right exercise or through yoga asana is, number one, my swasthya, that is my health, dirghayusya, that is my long life, balam, that is strength, and sukham, that is happiness. And my health is a means for everything. Now from body we go to mind. Mind is nothing, it is a flow of thought, it is called mind. So from thought the mind comes, and from my mind the action generates, from the actions my destiny generates. So the second stage of yoga, to reach that stage of yoga is yoga karmashu kausalam, means the action with the right attitude becomes the right action. The action with the right attitude becomes the right action, and the right action is create the right destiny for us and the path of yoga, the path of happiness, anandam and bliss. So it is said that what is a right action? The right action is when I ask myself what I can do for you without any expectation. So when there is no expectation, I will be free flow. You have not been seen any social worker being depressed. You will not come across any social worker who really working for any cause depressed. Why? Because he doesn't have any expectation for himself or herself. Similarly, I am a trainer. If I am working for the feedback which has to happen at the end of my session, that is not a right action, and that will create the thoughts in me. But when I start my session with an attitude, what I can do for my trainees, it is a right attitude, the right action, it will create a right destiny and the path of yoga for me. And from our mind and action, we move to the third state, that is called soul. That is the most subtle part of us, that is soul, Atma. And samatva yoga uchyate. Samat means equanimity. Yoga uchyate. So when I have equanimity of my mind, the equanimity of my thoughts, I will be able to face any challenge with serenity. I will be able to face any challenge with serenity. Why? Samatva yoga uchyate. I will be content. I will be able. I don't have so much of desires in me. I am there where I am right now. So samatva yoga uchyate. So when I am with my soul, when I am with my body, when I am with my mind, that is called state of yoga. So I need to start from me first, then I need to go outward, and that is called yoga. So I would like to end my talk with the first yoga sutra of Patanjali, which says Atha yoga anusasanam. Atha means ab, now it is time for the discipline of yoga. So if I am disciplined, I will be able to live my balanced life with equanimity, with samatva, with yoga. if I disbalance one of my one entity, if I am taking care of my mind, I am taking care of my soul, if I am not taking care of my body, I will not be able to live my life with harmony. If I am taking care of my body and if taking care of my mind, if I am not taking care of my mind or my soul, I will not be able to live my life with harmony. So I need to harmonize everything, and when I harmonize my body, mind and soul, I harmonize with nature, and when I harmonize with nature, I harmonize with each and every creature on this planet Earth. And when I harmonize with myself, I harmonize with the nature, and I harmonize with each and every creature on this planet Earth, I reach to that state of yoga. So my last thing is, it is a practice. It is a practice, and it is a practice with awareness. It is a practice with awareness. So that is from me, on the occasion of International Yoga Day. Thank you very much. I am Shiva, spiritually and materialistic. Spiritually I am Shiva, and otherwise I am Avdesh. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and my apologies for any mistake during this talk. Thank you very much. Have a great day.